Hello everyone, this is going to be the recorded version of the sleep hygiene presentation done for the Parkinson's Exercise and Wellness Center. So what this presentation is all about is just giving you a little bit more information on how Parkinson's can affect your sleep and how sleep affects Parkinson's, and give you a little bit more of an idea of things that you can talk about with your doctor as you're moving forward. So first, let's talk about the benefits of sleep. Sleep helps you regulate your immune system, think more clearly by being alert and energized. Deep sleep especially has a connection to memory and executive function. And also when we sleep, we release hormones that keep our heart healthy, reduce stress, and improve mood. Let's first talk about the stages of sleep. So as you can see here, there's 4 stages, and they are cyclical or kind of in an up and down manner. The first stage is our dozing off stage. It lasts about 1 to 5 minutes. Second stage is a more subdued state lasting for 10 to 25 minutes. Here's where our body temperature drops, our muscles relax, our breathing and our heart rate slows, and about half of our time is spent in this stage. This is another NREM sleep stage, which means not rapid eye movement. Stage 3 then is our deep sleep. This stage usually lasts for about 20 to 40 minutes. Everything that we just discussed in stage 2 drops a little bit further, and this area is critical to restorative sleep, which allows for memory, recovery, and growth. During the first half of the night, this is longer, and the second half of the night, it's shorter. So stage 4 then is our rapid eye movement sleep. This can last anywhere from 2 to 60 minutes, so about 25% of our sleep. During this stage, our brain activity picks up and we have muscle atonia, which means our muscles are not moving except our eyes. This stage of sleep is essential to cognitive functions like memory, learning, and creativity, and this is also where we dream. Like I said before, during the first half of the night, this is shorter, and the second half, it's longer, so it runs opposite of stage 3. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about some common issues that people with Parkinson's experience with their sleep, and then we'll go over some non-pharmacologic interventions, some things that you can do in general to talk to your doctor about, or just to do in general to get some better sleep. So we know that mental and sleep states are closely related to subjective symptoms of Parkinson's. As many as 98% of people with Parkinson's experience some sort of sleep symptoms that are impacting their quality of sleep, which is a lot. When we had this presentation in person, pretty much every single person raised their hand saying that they had some sort of issue with their sleep. The unknown cause, it could be a direct or indirect effect of dopaminergic cell loss, could be secondary to the progression of the disease. They're not exactly sure on everything, but like I kind of mentioned before, non-pharmacologic intervention is what we will focus on today. So excessive daytime sleepiness is difficulty staying awake or alert, which leads to an increased desire to sleep during the day. It's considered excessive daytime sleepiness when it happens almost every day for at least 3 months. So this isn't just feeling a little tired for a week or two, feeling a little more fatigued. This is continual daily sleepiness. REM sleep disorder is often called dream enacting behavior because it causes you to physically act out vivid dreams. Could be vocal acting or with sudden arm and leg movements, which is why we need to consider bedroom safety. If you are experiencing REM sleep disorder, often you might not know you're having this unless a care partner or someone in the same room as you is saying, hey, you were thrashing around last night, things like that. Insomnia, on the other hand, is difficulty initiating, maintaining, and waking earlier than desired. There are some other sleep-related disorders. We have restless leg syndrome, which is the uncontrollable urge to move the legs, usually with an unpleasant sensation. Some Parkinson's medications have been shown to worsen this, but ways that we can help this include avoiding alcohol or caffeine, as well as implementing mild to moderate exercise throughout your day. Another sleep-related disorder would be obstructive sleep apnea, which often coexists with other sleep disorders. For this one, you typically would have a sleep study, and they would issue you a CPAP. Nocturia is higher than normal need to urinate during the night. Your medication has a large impact on this, and this is impacting 60 to 80% of people with Parkinson's. So there are medications that we can use to address this, as well as some behavioral things, which we're going to go over today, talking about routine. So overall, your circadian rhythms are all of your physiological and behavioral cycles within a period of 24 hours. All of these issues that you might be having while sleeping can affect your circadian rhythm. And we know that this might play a role in the development and progression of Parkinson's. So how much sleep do we really need? Adults need about 7 to 9 hours. After you hit about 65, it lowers a little bit to 6 to 8. And this sleep does not always have to be consecutive, but that is considered the most healthy and high quality sleep. But what we can do to get this sleep is what we're going to talk about next. So let's talk about environment first. Avoiding blue lights, especially from electronics, and unplugging those electronics 30 to 60 minutes before bed can help you calm down, get that circadian rhythm ready for your body to start sleeping. Cool temperature around 65 degrees Fahrenheit is considered best for sleep. Blocking out noise with the use of earplugs, a white noise app, a machine, a fan, things like that. Trying calming scents or tastes like lavender, chamomile tea, and then meditation, which can be in the form of guided imagery, a self-led meditation, deep breathing, other things like that. Sleeping position. So once we're in bed, what is the correct position to be in? So I found this really nice graphic here, and I liked it a lot because it talks about how the most important thing is to keep your spine in neutral. So we can see here on the left side, her neck is always in neutral with her shoulders, her torso, and her hips. And especially here in this second photo down, you see she's placed a pillow between her knees to keep that spine in alignment. During our in-person presentation, we did have somebody ask, well, what if you lie on your back, but you need your head to be elevated a little bit? And if you do, that is totally fine. Some people have different digestive things that they need to for different breathing reasons. If that's the case, just try and keep your neck as in line with your body as you can. So we don't want what's going on the right here where it says the mattress is too soft. Her neck is kind of cricked up a little bit. We want to try and avoid that. So just keeping our spine in as neutral of a position as possible. So what about daytime activity? We've kind of talked about what to do at night when we're getting ready for bed, adding that routine in. But during the day, things that we can do that might affect our sleep include cutting down on caffeine in the afternoon and evening. So that's at least 4 to 6 hours before bed, and for many even before that. Getting exposure to sunlight during the day can help regulate our circadian rhythms. Avoiding nicotine and alcohol. Nicotine is a stimulant, and so it gets our sensory systems awake and active. And alcohol is a depressant, so it does make it easier for us to fall asleep, but it also makes it harder to stay asleep later throughout the night. If you are napping, trying to keep 20 to 40 minute naps, which aligns with our sleep cycle that we talked about early in this presentation. Try and avoid sleeping for 30 to 60 minute increments, as that will throw off your sleep cycle. And then, of course, increasing physical activity can tire our body and our brain out, so that will help us sleep at night. So some considerations overall include to keep that neutral sleeping position like we talked about on the positioning slide. That's the most important for body functions at night, as well as just comfortable sleeping, making sure you're not waking up with those aches and pains. Making gradual adjustments as you're adjusting both daytime activity as well as your nighttime routine. Don't feel like you need to change everything all at once. It's not realistic and it's not effective. Make gradual changes, see what you like, see what you don't, and make further changes based on that. Some mind and body techniques you can try include progressive muscle relaxation, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, and guided imagery. And these are all things you can do a quick YouTube search of, or if you're really interested, talk to a coach, or if I'm still here, talk to me, Blake, and I can get you some more information on that. Overall, using your bed only for sleep and sex, so that means no TV in bed, no reading, anything like that. And then overall, consult with your doctor if you're having any questions about this, if you're wondering if you have something that was discussed here, if medication might be impacting that in any way. Ask your doctor. They are experts on all of this stuff and they can help you get things figured out. So next we'll talk about bed mobility. We'll go ahead and post this bed mobility YouTube video in the comments. I would love it if you guys could go and watch that if you're having any questions about bed mobility. It's a little bit clinical, the way they talk about it. They use phrases like have the patient sit and things like that, but it really helps you break down each movement consciously. If you have a caregiver, they can help you with it, and they've got some really great techniques on there. And then lastly, I just wanted to go over a few adaptive equipment options. There's a lot of different things that you can use to help yourself be more comfortable in bed, more comfortable moving in bed, and more comfortable getting in and out of bed. So things like a leg lifter, which that is shown right here, can help you lift your legs in and out of bed if that's something that you're having troubles with. A bed rail can be really nice to not only help you get in and out of bed, but also when you are turning in bed, when you're rolling over, sliding up and down. Another thing I was approached about was someone was having a hard time moving in bed. They said, what can I do other than a bed rail? I found the suggestion of silk sheets and or silk pajamas that can help you slide a little bit easier in bed. And then we've got bolsters and wedges, which is these top two photos. These are great to help you position yourself comfortably and make sure that your spine is staying in neutral. So overall, if you're experiencing difficulties with sleep, you are not alone. I know that this might have been kind of overwhelming to get all this information, but the point of this presentation was really just to get you all some more information about some issues you might be experiencing and let you know that this is really common with Parkinson's. Sleep issues are common all the way around as well. Definitely talk with your doctor about any concerns you may have or questions. Talk to a coach. We have a little resource bank here, so we would love to help you get that figured out if you can. Talk about what questions you might ask your doctor if you're looking for more specific information. Overall, consider your environment, your sleeping position, and your daytime activities and how those are impacting your sleep when you're looking at any sleep disturbances you might have. And again, make those gradual adjustments. Don't think you have to overhaul your entire routine all at once. Find something that works well for you. And thank you all again for listening. If you're watching this online, you definitely don't have to provide feedback, but if you ever, like I said, want to talk to me in person, I welcome any feedback. And here are some references that I use.